At 14 years old, while the adults in his village were praying for rain that would not come, a boy in Malawi was reading a library book he could not fully understand, in a language that was not his own, plotting to steal the wind. His name was William Kamkwamba, and the wind was about to make everyone who called him crazy look very, very stupid. Rewind to 2001. Malawi, a small country in southeastern Africa, was starving. The worst famine in living memory. Crops failed, rivers thinned, and William's family, subsistence farmers, were rationing themselves down to a single mouthful of food a day. Then came the second blow. School fees, about $80 a year. To most of the planet, that is a pair of shoes. To the Kamkwambas that year, it may as well have been 80 million. So William was pulled out of school, 14 years old, top of his mind still hungry to learn, and the door just closed. Here is where most stories end. A boy drops out, the famine grinds on, and the world never hears his name. William decided that was not going to be the plot. He found a tiny library, 3 shelves in a room, funded by the American government. And there, wedged between the others, was a battered physics textbook titled Using Energy. On the cover, a row of windmills. William could barely read the English, but he understood the picture. Wind spins the blades. Blades spin a magnet. Magnet makes electricity. Electricity makes light and pumps water. In a country where less than 2% of people had electricity, a starving 14-year-old had just decided he would build his own power plant. Out loud, to himself, in a mud house. Now he had no money, no engineer, no YouTube, no teacher, and no parts. What he had was a scrapyard and stubbornness. So he went scavenging. A broken bicycle, a tractor cooling fan, a worn-out shock absorber. Melted plastic pipes he flattened into blades over a fire. Bottle caps for washers, bicycle spokes, and a rusted dynamo, the little generator off a bike wheel. The village watched a teenage boy climb through the garbage dump every day and reach the obvious conclusion. He had gone mad. Some whispered it was witchcraft. His own mother worried. His father quietly let him keep going. For weeks, William assembled his contraption from junk, wiring it together with almost no formal training, working from pictures in a book he half understood. Then he raised it. A rickety 5-meter tower of blue gum wood, groaning in the breeze, topped with spinning plastic blades that had, days earlier, been drainage pipe. A crowd gathered, not to cheer, to watch the crazy boy fail. William connected a small bulb, held his breath, and let the blades catch the wind. The bulb flickered. Then it glowed. Then it held, steady and bright, powered by nothing but moving air and the mind of a boy the whole village had written off. The people who came to laugh went silent. Then they came knocking. He did not stop. William scaled up. He wired 4 light bulbs and a couple of radios into his family's home, the first house on the block with the lights on. Then he built a second, bigger turbine to pump water, so his family could irrigate their crops and grow food during the dry season. The boy who could not afford school had engineered his family out of the exact famine that pushed him out of it. For a while, only the village knew. Then, in 2007, education officials stumbled onto the story, and it climbed all the way to a TED conference. William, who had rarely left his district, stood on a global stage. Asked how he did it, he gave the greatest engineer's answer in history.
And I try and I made it.
4 words, the whole speech. The audience gave him a standing ovation. From there, the wind kept carrying him. A memoir, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, a bestseller, a scholarship to an elite prep school. And in 2014, William Kamkwamba, the 14-year-old dropout who taught himself physics from a picture book, walked across a stage at Dartmouth College and collected a degree. Netflix later turned it into a film. So the next time someone tells you that you do not have the resources, remember the boy who built a power plant out of a bicycle and a broken fan. He did not have the wind at his back. He went out and took it.